Alright, this one trades a bit weird, but I was in DPLS. I just got out of it. In theory, this was a break past a round number of 1 cent right in the morning, so ideally a morning spike, breaking past a round number which is 1 penny, and then on top of that, it's just maybe a reversal long setup where it's been selling off for a long time and it's kind of holding around that 1 cent level, and then it could break above that 1 cent level and uptrend some more, but. The price action was just kind of weird, but I think it could continue the uptrend perhaps. And this one took a lot longer than what I expected to be holding. So I did buy right here when it was looking like we were going to break past 1 penny, and there was a lot of volume right in the morning. I had an early buy at 9:31 right here at 1 penny, and right after this candle it just dried up. And I did stick to my risk level, which was not cutting the trade unless it closes under VWAP. Mine is this point right here, because at the time when I had this chart, 99 was like, oh, as you can see, yeah, it was like right there, 99 and 99. So even though it did close under VWAP here, it was the same price point, even though I guess looking at it now, it might have been 1 cent. But yeah, this one was just kind of weird. I didn't like the big seller here at 107, which is why I ultimately got out. And at 947, I did sell just 1,000 shares. I thought I was trying to sell half of my position, 10,000, but actually sold just 1,000 shares. Right here at 947, I sold some at 101. So right here at 947, this wick right here. And then I did sell about half of my position here at 948, and this was not something I was liking the price action, and I didn't like the big seller. I did sell some at 102, about half of my position, and then I saw what was left at 102 at 950. There were some movements towards 104, but all that was like at the ask. All my sells were at the bid. I wasn't able to get a sell at the ask. I'll see what this one does over a longer period of time. I don't like that big seller here, but we do have support. I'm glad I held on to the trade as long as I did, even though maybe I could have held on to it longer. I did ultimately hold on to this for 19 minutes, which is a lot more than usual. There isn't really anything else that looks interesting right now, at least I haven't looked recently. Nothing really that I want to consider for a day trade setup. This one is kind of up, but I don't really like the way it looks on a daily chart. So that's not necessarily something I'm too interested in trading. I'll make an update later, and I'll keep looking at DPLS to see if we break above 104, which I'm guessing it probably can break above it, but I want to see what it can do with this big seller if it gets above 104 at 107 right here. Alright, it is 10:40 p.m. and I am here to call it off. Overall, I'm going to be up on a day, $3.90, and this was a setup with DPLS that didn't really work out that much. Again, this thing was breaking above 1 cent, and it was in the morning. There was volume in the first two candles, and the candle I bought as well. And on top of that, if you look at a daily chart, even this chart right here, it just gave off some kind of a sign that maybe it could try to, after having the big sell-off, turn around for some period of time. And it just really didn't work out in the beginning. And I'm very happy that I held on to the setup when it still wasn't working, where it hasn't really made a move towards the upside, but it hasn't broken my risk level either. And that did pay off. It did get as high as 106. That would have been hard to sell into. And I do kind of regret not holding on to maybe a tiny amount, like 5,000 shares, just to see what it would do over a longer period of time and risk maybe VWAP. Yeah, not necessarily the day low, the same point right here, VWAP, as I had throughout the entire trade as my risk level. And maybe I could have sold that amount for more. That could have been more profitable, but it did not have that much volume or price action, and there were sellers at 104 for a very long time. That's pretty much it. There wasn't really anything else that I was interested in, although it's nice to see GTII trying to turn around. So maybe if it can consistently maybe turn around, I could trade something in the morning. Not really the kind of person to hold on to a setup for multiple days, although I am trying to get better at it. It's nice to see that it is offering something that in theory I could have considered trading. Nothing really interesting with this one. I didn't like the way it looked on the daily charts, and this one isn't doing much. This one isn't something I necessarily want to trade unless I see something super clean. That's it for today. Just that one trade with DPLS, and yeah, it was a good experience. Just holding on to the setup that didn't break my risk level. Once it started to work out a bit, and it was hitting some roadblocks, I don't mind the sells there, but I should try to get better at still holding small pieces, so just to get that more, I guess, patience, holding on setups for longer periods of time and more experience.